Welcome to the Carmelite Quotes podcast, where we share Carmelite wisdom to encourage and inspire. Today, on the feast of Blessed Francis d'Amboise, we delve into the life of this Duchess turned Carmelite, whose journey from privilege to sanctity continues to resonate today. Born in 1427 to an illustrious family, Blessed Frances d'Amboise, the Duchess of Brittany, was destined for a life of nobility. Even as a young girl, her virtues stood out. At age 15, she married Pierre, the Count of Guingamp, and although their union was an important alliance, it brought her profound suffering. Her husband, afflicted by jealousy and prone to violent temper, subjected Frances to physical abuse and severe trials. Yet she met his anger with extraordinary patience and charity. One day, after Pierre had struck her, she responded with humble faith, saying, "My friend, believe that I would rather die than offend my God or you. My sins deserve an even harsher punishment than this." Frances's heart, utterly devoted to God, transformed even suffering into an offering of love. Seeking to make a more perfect offering, Frances eventually resolved to take a vow of perpetual chastity. Just before receiving Holy Communion during Mass one day, she knelt at the altar and declared aloud, "From this moment, I vow to God and to the Virgin Mary of Mount Carmel to live in chastity, never to marry, and if God so wills, to become a religious." As she spoke, there was a loud thunderclap that shook the church. It was a moment that many saw as a sign from God. Frances had now fully consecrated her life to the Lord. Stay with us as we continue the story of Blessed Frances's courageous journey to Carmel. After her husband Pierre's death in 1450, Frances embraced widowhood as a time of profound prayer, fasting, and service to her community. Inspired by the example of holy widows like Saint Elizabeth of Hungary and Saint Hedwig of Silesia, she felt drawn to a life dedicated to God. Initially, she sought to join the Poor Clares, but her health couldn't withstand their rigorous observance. It was then that God led her to the Carmelite Prior General, Blessed John Soreth, who suggested that she consider founding a Carmelite convent in Brittany. With his encouragement, Frances set her heart on bringing the Carmelite spirit to her homeland, envisioning a sanctuary of prayer and a devotion. Her efforts met fierce opposition, but her unwavering faith would see her through. Even as a widow, the world continued to seek Frances's influence. King Louis XI, determined to use her noble standing for political gain, tried to force Frances into another marriage, and eventually even ordered her kidnapping when she refused his overtures. Undeterred, Frances warned her captors, "Do your worst. I know that if you try to take me by force, I'll scream out so loudly that all of Nantes will come to my aid." And in a miraculous intervention, the Lord caused the Loire River to freeze, making their escape impossible. Frances declared, "Have you not seen how God has worked a miracle in our favor? How good he is to those who place their trust in him." After many struggles, Frances received permission to found a Carmelite convent, and in 1463 her vision was fulfilled. 9 Carmelite nuns from Liège, in what is now Belgium, came to Vannes in Brittany, France, to establish the monastery of the Three Marys. Frances humbly welcomed the sisters, serving them and taking every opportunity to learn the Carmelite way of life. She considered herself not a foundress, but a servant among the spouses of Christ. Stay with us. Thank you for joining us as we journeyed through the life of Blessed Frances d'Amboise, a duchess who left the world behind to embrace the humility of Carmel. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe on your favorite platform to help others discover the beauty of Carmelite spirituality. And don't forget to visit our website, carmelitequotes.blog. You'll find our complete biography of Blessed Frances, which features our own translation of excerpts from the 1865 biography by Cardinal Richard of Paris. You can also listen to this podcast on Spotify, YouTube, and all major streaming platforms. A special thank you to Sean Beeson for providing our beautiful music. And remember, true holiness is found when our hearts are fully given to God, just like the heart of Blessed Frances d'Amboise. Until next time, blessings from Carmel.